Shalom, this is Rabbi Saacks from the Lecha Center. So we begin a new week, a new Parsha bit, 2-3 minutes of novel thinking. Before we actually go on to this week's thought, just a little focus on last week, the end of last week. Fascinating. I don't know if you caught it. But last week was the story of the flood, that God destroyed the world because there was robbery, rape, pillage, and there was no law and order. There was no morals, there was no values. It was everybody for themselves. It was a case of individualism at its peak. Each person did what was best for them. They had absolutely zero care for someone else. That's how the Torah portion began. At the end of the Torah portion, it talks about another incident. And this was, the Torah tells us, that everybody spoke the same language and everybody was kumbaya. They were in it together, and there was tremendous unity. And God then spread everybody. It was called Haflaga. He placed people in different parts of the world, and they were all living together, and he said that's no good either. So individualism to an extreme is no good, and collectivism is no good if it's to the extreme. What was bothering God is, at the end of the Torah portion, is that they were too... They did not allow for a dissenting opinion. It was communism. So God destroyed the world, the flood, because of individualism to an extreme. God also separated the people and said this is not going to work if there's communism. So God rejects whenever somebody cannot have an opinion, even if you're all together under one roof. But if you have an opinion, you're enemy of the state. God said that's no good either. So where's the paradigm? And the answer to that is you need to be an individual involved with the community. And the community has to allow for free speech, for individual thinking, individual opinions, etc., etc. You got to allow for the soul to shine through as well. Please feel free to share. This is Rabbi Saacks from the Lecha Center.